Have you ever sat down to watch an old childhood album of yours? How each time you turn a page, you saw an old chapter of your life unfolding. How you remembered the struggles of that particular stage. How you remembered the good memories and the bad memories for that matter. Do you remember how beautiful that felt? Because, well, I felt something very similar to that when I watched the movie Moonlight today. I am KK Success Reviews, and you're watching the review of the movie Moonlight. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of it so you decide whether to watch it or not. So let's start with the good aspects, and the first thing that I want to talk about is the acting. First of all, Naomi Harris and Mahershala Ali have carried this movie on their shoulders in terms of acting. They are so good. Let's start with Naomi Harris. Naomi Harris is so good in this movie. I strongly think that she deserved an Oscar for this movie, but unfortunately she did not get one um, due to many reasons. Then comes Mahershala Ali, and oh God, Mahershala Ali is magical. He is magnetic. He is charismatic. He carries this performance with so much. He owns this performance. He owns the character. He adds so much to the character. I mean, he is like just in simple words, he's just magical in this movie, and I think him getting an Oscar for this movie is a testament to that as well. So I don't need to praise him more on that thing, right? Then comes the protagonist, or shall I say protagonists, because there are three. I'm sorry, there is one character in this movie which is protagonist, and it is played by three different actors because we follow the character throughout three crucial stages of his life, right? And I think, in my personal opinion, when person goes from transitions from a child to an adult, let's say 90% of the things, his personality, his looks, all of these things change, but I think 10% of things at least keep constant. They remain the same. No matter how much you age, no matter how many years pass by, these things remain the same. And according to me, these three brilliant actors have captured the nuances that remain the same very well, and they have kept it constant, and it makes me root for them more. It makes me feel more for the characters. It makes me um, stick to the movie more. It makes me happy to watch this actually, because we don't actually see this often. But I love this fact about the transition of the characters, right? And the second thing, what's the second thing? The writing and the screenplay. The writing. Oh my God, the writers of this movie are crazy. Okay, I'll explain to you. Basically, there are three stages of screenplay. Um, if you don't know, setup, confrontation, and resolution. So these crazy writers, have basically thought to they have basically incorporated the three crucial stages of life of the character of the protagonist into the three stages of screenplay. Imagine how crazy of an idea that is. Like, imagine that's a crazy idea. I mean, kudos for them just for the idea. From me, kudos to them just for the idea. Um, and Okay, I'll explain a bit more to you. Basically, the movie starts with Sharon, the main protagonist, being little, and actually his name was Little as well. Um, so Sharon, in this stage, the setup stage, we see him in struggle, but in bits and pieces. I mean, we see the bullying and we see the struggle, but in bits and pieces. Um, and we see him get an idea of the pursuit of identity of oneself. He does not know it, he's not completely familiar with it, but he gets an idea of the pursuit of sorry identity. The second stage of this film, confrontation, is where we see him in his puberty. And that's my favorite part of the film personally. In this film, in this stage, we see him go through an inner battle of sorts for identity and acceptance and battling through bullying as well, while all of this happens in his mind. We see him struggle, we see him fall, we see him rise, we see him fight for his own identity, fight for him. I mean, this was the best part of the movie, according to me. The third part is the acceptance, or shall we call it the resolution. In this part of the movie, we see him accepting his own identity, and we see how that brings in love, how that brings in so much love and peace in his life towards the end. And personally, I think that all of us go through all these three stages of life, except the bullying for some fortunate people. Not me. But I think this is a movie where everyone can relate to this movie, because the writing and the screenplay of the movie is so well thought and so good. I think, and also this movie also got an Oscar for the best writing, I guess. So there's that. The next thing that and yes, I'm seeing the template. The next thing is the cinematography. The shots have been captured in a very raw way, and it adds to the rawness of the movie because the movie is very raw, and the cinematography adds to it. I will definitely say it is very good. I mean, it's, see, the cinematography does not make the movie look more beautiful in this movie, in this case, but it enhances the feeling that the makers were trying to make you feel, right? Um, then comes the direction. I think the director has made this movie as personal for me as one could, and that's definitely a win for the director and the win and a win in the direction part of the movie. That's all I can say for the direction. Then comes the bad aspects. I mean, it's not a bad aspect of the movie per se, but kind of the worst part that I felt was the first half, or the first act of the screenplay, which and my complaint from it is basically that at times it felt it was being dragged out, or it felt too boring at times. And I won't lie, I slept off a bit in this movie. Raw review. Okay, so what was the next thing? Okay, so music. The music of this movie isn't the best soundtrack that I have ever heard in my life. I can say that, but it does do the job. It does do the job. I will say that it does the job very well. Um, so till now, if you have got an idea of the movie or how the movie is, then you can leave. From here, I can, or I will discuss all the favorite parts of the movie that I like. This is a cinephile section of sorts. We'll talk only about the things that I liked about this movie, the scenes that I found very moving for me, and the things that I might want to share from this movie that I related to, that made me relate with this movie so much. Okay, so my favorite part of this movie, I love the whole second act. It's my personal favorite, and I'm sharing a personal thing over here. I actually went through bullying, and I went through some horrible and ugly bullying, and it's ugly, it's bad, it breaks you mentally, and it's so well showcased in the movie. And the end of the second act is crazy. It's so intense. I love it. I just simply love it. So that's for the second act. And the other things, let's talk about the scenes that I loved in this movie. So basically, the first scene that I loved in this movie was when uh, when we see the first meeting of Sharon, the main character, and Mahershala Ali's character, of which his name I forgot. Actually, I'm sorry. So there's this scene where the kids are bullying Sharon, and he basically locks himself in a very dark room, from the fear of bullying and from the fear of getting hurt by these assholes, basically. And Mahershala Ali sees this from a distance. He um, tries to go in. Um, we see um, we see the kid, the Sharon, being very scared of what's coming next for him, because um, in his mind the one who is outside the door wants to hurt him, right? But Mahershala Ali breaks in into the dark room, and so in this scene, just imagine what I'm saying. A very dark room, a man breaks in. It's afternoon, so we see basically light coming in. So you can see light. Basically, Mahershala Ali brings in light into this room, which was so dark because Shiren was scared in it. Um, and that's basically the job that Mahershala Ali does. The character of Mahershala Ali does in this movie to Shiren. He brings light to his darkness. He brings him to light. He introduces him to the discovery of identity and how it's okay being, in his case, it's a spoiler, but in his case, how it's okay being gay. And it's so beautiful. The scene, the imagery that we see in this particular scene is so beautiful. The second scene that I love is the scene where Mahershala Ali teaches Sharon how to swim. It's so beautiful. It's one of the most raw things that I have seen in a long time. It's just it makes you feel so many things. It's like it makes you relate with it. It makes you forget it. I won't spoil it much. And the third thing that I loved, I won't talk about it. I'll just say I've mentioned it prior to this section. In this, I what section was it? It was actually, I think, the screenplay section, I guess. Yeah, the screenplay section. So the end of the second act, according to me, is the best part of this movie. It is very intense. I won't tell you what it is, but you'll feel it when you see it. And I don't think that many people will see this movie after my review, even. But trust me, this movie is a must watch. Do watch this movie. Love it, hate it. It's your own opinion, and you are entitled to it. Um, and do share in the comments how you like the movie and how you like the review that I just did as well, right? And basically, just today, let's create a safe space in the comments. You can talk about all the bad things that you have gone through in your childhood, like bullying and all, right? um, let's create a safe space in the comments and not hate, right? Because that's what my goal is for this channel. I don't want to spread hate. I don't want to spread hate. I want to spread love, and I make this video with my heart and with all the love. So I expect you to show love in the comment section as well to all the people who might share their stories, right? So, anyways, I tried to keep this review short. This was KK Success Reviews, and I hope that you like this review. Okay, so again, this is KK Success Reviews signing off. Hey, and wait. I still do want to see that smile on your face. Keep that smile constant, right?